starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Life. It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric, powering life.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hello and welcome into Tower City, North Dakota. Alongside me is Brady Siebels. I'm Jacob Tenson. We got a matchup here between the Lisbon Broncos, the away team, and the Maple Valley Raiders on the home side of things. A small gym here, but fans out here to see a good matchup here between a 8-3 Broncos team and a 4-6 Raiders team. The Broncos come in at 4-2 in Region 1, while the Raiders come in at 1-3 in Region 1. Some things to point out here: Ellie Rieger for the Lisbon Broncos will be out tonight as she is dealing with some medical issues. They're getting back Asha Sweet. She was dealing with a foot injury last week, but she is back in the lineup tonight. So they gain one starter back, but lose another. So not quite full strength once again. Talking to Coach Barb Sweet, she says that Asha she's a warrior. She's ready to go. Foot might be nagging her a little bit, but she's not going to say it is. So some numbers to note: the Broncos average 50.3 points per game, whereas the Raiders average 46.7 on the season. So we should have a fairly low-scoring game here in this one if they stick to their season averages. Also, the last game for the Broncos was a loss to Richland in Richland. Score of 59-53. Last game for the Raiders was a win over Finley Sharon Hope Page with a score of 69-31. The Raiders hoping to extend or start a winning streak rather, and the Broncos started their season 6-0, have since gone 2-3, so a little bit of a hopeful turnaround here, or a start of a turnaround here tonight. We'll be right back with some interviews from Coach Barb Sweet and Coach Nathan Hoots. You're watching yourliveevent.com.
Life. It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric, powering life.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
I'm joined by Coach Barb Sweet of Lisbon. This is yourliveevent.com, some girls basketball action. Just how nice is it to have Asha Sweet back in the lineup here?
Oh, Ash is a nice shooter for us, and she plays great defense. Her leadership, everything about her, we enjoy having her back. She's an important part of our team. So yeah, we need her in there.
Is the foot completely healthy, or is she still dealing with that a little bit?
Oh, she's gotten it out. She's a tough kid.
Okay, good to know. And then on the other side, unfortunately, you're going to be out without Ellie Rieger due to some medical reasons. Just how big of a loss is she, and who do you need to step up for with her out?
Well, Ellie's been a 3-year starter for us, so yeah, it's a big loss for us. You know, she's a nice post when she's playing well and she's on her A game. She's tough to stop. At the beginning of the season, she was a big part of our success. We had 3-4 kids that could score double figures every night. So Taylor and Cheyenne and Kyra Heckrell and Clarissa Hoffer, they're going to have to step up and maybe this is their shot, you know. So, and I have no doubt that those kids can fill that role.
Absolutely. And you guys started 6-0 on the season, struggling a little bit now. You've gone 2-3 since. Just what do you have to do to get playing back like that 6-0 team?
Well, I think, you know, we had a couple of injuries, and you know, first Asha and now Ellie. Just some things like that kind of threw us for a little lulu, and the kids that are out there just have to realize that they can do this, you know. And so yeah, we're on a little bit of a skid right now, a little January doldrums, and we just have to fix some things and keep plugging away.
And just last question for you, Courtney Holverson on the other side, number 32. She nearly averages a double-double, just with 16 points and 9.8 rebounds. Just what do you have to do to slow her down a little bit?
Exactly. What do we have to do? You know, she's a great ball player. She's been around forever. So for us, you know, it's kind of, we're glad that she's finally a senior, but she's a great ball player, and you have to respect that. So, you know, got to get a body on her all the time, know where she's at all the time, and stop her, you know, as best you can. If she averages 16, let's try and hold her to 10. You know, the kid's going to score points. The kid's going to get rebounds. We just have to contain.
Absolutely. You can't stop her, but you can hope to contain her.
Right.
All right. This is Coach Barb Sweet. Thanks for joining us, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
This is yourliveevent.com. Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinnett. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
So I'm joined now with Maple Valley's coach, Nathan Hoots. You've got 2 seniors. Otherwise, you have a rather young team. Just has it been a little bit of a learning curve so far in this season?
You know, we are young, but every girl that I'm playing has had a year, if not more, experience. Okay. So yeah, learning curve. But I'm really excited with how we've got so many minutes in the years past, transitioned that into this year, and got a couple more wins than we have in the years past. So I'm excited that those girls have parlayed that experience from years past into success this year.
And I saw on the wall there that Courtney Holverson scored her 1,000th point. And she nearly averages a double-double on the season.
Yep.
Just how important is it for her to get going early in the game?
She is the absolute key to our success. There's not been a game in her 4-year career, in my years coaching, that she's played poorly and we've won. They don't go to, they are mutually exclusive. You have to have her playing well in order for us to do well. And we get the ball to her early and often to try to make sure we get her going right away, because we get her going, defenses collapse, we kick out, we get good shots, and that's how our offense flows.
Right. And you haven't been too successful so far in Region 1 here, 1-3 on the season. Just what do you have to do to turn it around against Lisbon here tonight?
We got to box out on defense, got to limit their second chance points, and then they got a girl that can shoot the lights out. We got to slow her down, so the combination of controlling their best shooter as well as their two big girls, if we can handle them and take care of defensive pressure, we have a chance tonight.
All right. And Lisbon has a couple players that average around 10 points a game, so it's kind of hard to game plan against them. What do you have to do against Lisbon?
Like I said, they're going to get good looks. We know that because we're going to be so focused on making sure that those three girls, their two big girls as well as their shooter, don't kill us. Then we got to make sure that if we can contain them and not let the other two girls on the floor go off, then we have a chance.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Nathan Hoots. Good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
This is yourliveevent.com.
Oh, you got to talk about
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Life. It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric. Powering life.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
Hello and welcome back to Tower City. First, for the visiting Lisbon Broncos, we are doing some lineups here. Starting at guard, a 5'4" junior, number 10, Asha Sweet. Starting at center, a 5'11" junior, number 12, Cheyenne Willetsko. Starting at a forward, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Kendra Odegaard. Starting at another forward, a 5'9" senior, number 25, Olivia Tui. Starting at center, a 6' junior, number 32, Taylor Gilbert. And then for the visiting Maple Valley Raiders, starting at a guard, a 5'8" freshman, number 2, Iris Richmond. Starting at another guard, a 5'5" freshman, number 22, Kiana LaRude. Starting at a guard, 5'5" sophomore, number 24, Chloe Wetch. Starting at a forward, a 5'10" senior, number 30, Emma Ticky. And starting at another forward, a 5'9" senior, number 32, Courtney Holverson. So as I talked with the Raiders head coach, Nathan Hoots, the key player to watch here is number 32 for the Raiders, Courtney Holverson. If she goes, they go. She averages 16 points and 9.8 rebounds per game, so nearly a double-double on the season. As for the Broncos, as I said in the pregame, Ellie Rieger is out with medical issues, not anything to do with COVID, but she is out for tonight's game. They are returning starting guard Asha Sweet. Last game we were at, the Broncos really struggled with turnovers, and with Asha Sweet being their starting guard, they really were missing her in this game, or in that last game, so hopefully it's a different story for them here tonight. And speaking of turnovers, the Raiders are very turnover prone as they average 22.8 turnovers a game. So a little bit of a back and forth game is something I will expect here in this one. As I said, also pregame, 50.3 points per game for the Broncos, whereas the Raiders average 46.7 points per game. So Cheyenne Willetsko will be starting in place of Allie Rieger, number 12, right in front of your screen here. We're sitting courtside, just 4 rows up in this little gym here in Tower City. So here comes the tip. Gilbert and Holverson, won by Holverson. It'll be LaRude bringing it up. Wetch now, back to LaRude. LaRude over to Richmond. She gets a screen, doesn't use it. Into the post. Back over. That'll be Emma Ticky for her first 2 points of the game. So the first 2 points of the game belong to the Raiders, as now the Broncos look to push. Ball's off the foot of a Raider. And that'll be the Raiders coming up with it, and a pass just too strong. So I talked about turnovers right before they tipped, and there's a turnover already for the Raiders. So the Broncos seeing a little bit of full court press here from the Raiders. As Tui will break that, gets it over to Odegaard. Into Willetsko, she handles it. Pass was almost stolen. Sweet now over to Tui. She'll fire from 3. That one's good. Olivia Tui, first points of the game for the Broncos is a 3-pointer. So Coach Hoots talked about their shooter being Olivia Tui. She's one of the better three-point shooters on the Broncos. As another turnover here by the Raiders. So Gilbert now with it at midcourt. She gets it over to Sweet. Odegaard sees 2 defenders, gets it over to Tui. Back to Sweet, back to Odegaard. She'll fire from 3. We're going to get a whistle. 3 seconds in the lane. I'm not sure if that was against Willetsko or Gilbert, but nonetheless, it'll go back to the Raiders. And some full court pressure here put on by the Broncos as well. It'll be Holverson inbounding it into Wetch. She breaks the press. She's a trap. She gets out of it, though. Back to Holverson. And now LaRude. She'll drive. She loses it. Gilbert comes up with it. Has Tui on a fast break. Almost saw her too late, but Tui has it. Layup is up and good. So quick 5-0 run. All 5 points by Tui. Brings the score to 5-2. LaRude with it. Back to Holverson. She'll drive. Gets a layup, and she gets the left-handed layup to go. So 2 quick points there. Tui now will slow it up. 4-5 is your score. You're on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Sweet now with it. Tui guarded by LaRude. Odegaard into Gilbert. She goes up. Shot is blocked, but a foul will be called against Emma Ticky. That'll be her first foul of the game. Gilbert will go to the line for 2. The Broncos shoot a mere 55% from the free throw line, a little bit better than their counterparts who shoot 51% from the line. Gilbert's first free throw is an air ball. So 5:59 here to go. Second free throw coming up here. The first trip to the free throw line for either team as Gilbert gets ready for her second free throw. That one's up, and that one's off the glass and no good. So 0 for 2 from the line for Gilbert. And now Wetch will bring it up. Guarded by Tui. She gets it over to LaRude. Sweet on her. She looks inside, but Ticky wasn't looking for it, so Waletsko comes up with the steal. So now Tui now, looking like the Raiders dropping into a 2-3 zone here. Sweet looks to drive, loses the handle. It's going to go out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Broncos. So 2 turnovers quick for the Raiders. And the Broncos being a little bit patient here on offense. Tui has all 5 of the Broncos' points. And now Odegaard gets in the scorer's column with a nice jumper from mid-range. So the lead grows to 3 now as Wetch goes down the court. And it will be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Raiders. Wetch looking to get a fast bucket there, but nothing there as now Ticky will inbound. Gets it to LaRude into Hoverson. She'll turn, make a move. Ball's tipped. Richmond now back to Wetch. She'll fire mid-range, but we're going to get a foul called. Shot will not count. There was a missed shot anyways, but we'll go now to the Broncos. So that is yet another turnover for the Raiders. Tui breaks the press rather easily. Odegaard looks in, nobody's there. Sweet now with it. 5:05 here to go. Odegaard in the corner. She gets it out to Sweet. Sweet looking for something. She gets a screen from Gilbert. She'll shoot mid-range. That's just short. Odegaard with the rebound. She puts it up, and it's good. So 2 Broncos have all 9 points. 4 for Odegaard and 5 for Tui. As now the Raiders look to push. A nice move by Wetch for a nice, easy 2 points. A nice move to get past Gilbert as she gets the right-handed layup to go. So back to a 3-point game here. Broncos now. Well, let's go. She'll fire. That one's up and good. So let's go replacing Ellie Rieger in the starting lineup, and she gets a quick 2 points here in the game. Odegaard with a nice move. She draws some contact, and she'll go to the line for 2. Foul going against Courtney Hoverson, her first. Odegaard looks over, saying that she needs a breather after this one. Tugging the jersey. She has 4 points so far, looking to get up to potentially 6. First free throw off the mark, though. So 0 for 3 from the line so far for the Broncos. They still hold a 5-point lead, though. Checking into the game for the Raiders, number 20, Michelle Wojciechowski. Odegaard, second free throw off the mark. So 0 for 4 now for the Broncos from the free throw line. Wojciechowski gets the ball stripped. Now Hoverson will fire from 3. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Gilbert. Good rebound there by Gilbert. She had Wojciechowski, I believe, was coming in hot for that offensive rebound, but Gilbert just the taller one in that one. Hoverson now with the steal. She has a fast break. Looking to push. Ball stripped, but it will stay with the Raiders. So Hoverson looking for some fast break, but nothing there for her. So now checking into the game will be Ella Rinke for the Broncos, checking in for Odegaard. So 5-point game here, 3:56 here to go in the game, or excuse me, in the first quarter. Hoverson and Rinke in a tie-up. Ball will belong to the Broncos. So yet another turnover here for the Raiders. Back to that full court press. A little late getting there, but they got into it. And a little lackadaisical press just to slow down the Lisbon Broncos. Tui now lost her dribble. Gets to let's go. Over to Sweet. To Rinke now. Into Gilbert, high post. Tui now mishandled the pass, but gets it back. A nice pass into Gilbert, but mishandled. Now we're going to get another jump ball, so that'll go back to the Raiders. A nice entry pass there by Tui, but just unfortunately mishandled by Taylor Gilbert. So Hoverson will inbound now. Little man-to-man press by the Broncos. Hoverson will get it to Ticky. Now Richmond with it. Hoverson top of the key. Now to Wetch. She looks to set up the offense. Drives right. Looks for a shot. She shoots. That one's off the mark, off the glass. Rebound by Richmond. Hoverson now with it. She drives through 2 defenders. Gets it up and 1. Split 2 defenders. Throws up the layup and gets it to go. It'll be the first trip to the line now for the Raiders as they'll shoot 1. So back to a 3-point game here. Now checking into the game for the Raiders is Addison Hennig, the 8th grader, 6-foot 8th grader. You were here for the JV game. She had a little action there in that JV game. Hoverson now. Free throw, up and good, so she converts the 3-point play. Back to that press. The ball is tipped and stolen now by Hoverson. Might have been a double dribble. Yep, there's going to be the call. Got a little too excited. Got cut off by the defender and picked up her dribble, but kept dribbling anyways. We had yet another turnover by the Raiders. Gilbert looking to break the press. Ball's mishandled by Rinke, but collected by Let's Go, as now the Broncos will slow it up. Back into that 2-3 zone are the Raiders. Into Let's Go. She shoots mid-range. She gets fouled on the shot. So another trip to the free throw line for the Broncos. This will be their 3rd trip. Their 5th and 6th free throws of the night. Broncos are 0 for 4 so far in this one. Hoping to change the luck on this free throw attempt. That one's off the mark as well. Checking back into the game is Odegaard for the Broncos, and back into the game for the Raiders is LaRude. So 0 for 5 now from the line. Let's Go shooting her 2nd free throw. That one is up, and that one's off the mark. So 0 for 6 now from the free throw line. As I mentioned, they are shooting 55% from the free throw line. Clearly that is far under that right now. So Wojciechowski off the mark. Tui now looks to push and transition. Odegaard left open, but doesn't shoot. Sweet tries to get it to Gilbert, pass tip, but gets it to her anyways. Sweet now, she'll fire from 3. And that's good. Asha Sweet back into the lineup and back on the board for 3 points. As now the Broncos push to a 5-point lead and a steal now by Odegaard. And then a quick press from the Raiders. Sweet now looks to push in transition, goes through defenders, draws some contact. She'll go back to the line. This will be Asha Sweet's first shots from the free throw line. As we mentioned, 0 for 6 from the line so far for the Broncos. This will be their 7th and 8th shots from the line. That one is also off the mark. So now 0 for 7 are the Broncos from the line. If they were hitting their free throws, this game would be a much, much larger lead. As there's the first free throw hit by a Bronco. LaRue now breaking the press, gets past half court. Tui playing some tight defense on her. Gets it into Hoverson. She'll shoot right away, and she gets 2 points down to go. She is up to 7 points now in the game. 7 of the 11 points for the Raiders. Odegaard over to Tui. She'll fire from 3. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Hennig. Up to Hoverson. Odegaard trying to track her down. She'll shoot the layup, and that's good again. Hoverson now up to 9 points. As now is down to a 2-point deficit for the Raiders. Gilbert, a nice move in the post. She gets that to go too. A great move, up and under move by Taylor Gilbert. Hoverson looking to push now. Once again in transition, gets the foul. That one's off the mark, but she'll go to the line for 2 more. So Hoverson with 9 of the 13 points for the Raiders. She'll look to tack on a couple more points. Holverson averages 16 points on the season. That first free throw off the mark. She was good on her first free throw attempt earlier in the game. And checking into the lineup now for the Broncos is number 14, Kyra Heckrell. Second free throw coming up here. That one is up, and that one is also good. So she is now 2 of 3 from the line. She is up to 10 points. A close carry there, and then a turnover. Holverson with a fast break by herself. She gets that layup to go too. So Holverson is kind of taking over now in this one as the Raiders find themselves down by 1. 50 seconds here to go in the first quarter. Ball was tipped and then mishandled by Odegaard. Coach Barb Sweet telling her girls to settle down a little bit. The Broncos have been rushing a little bit on offense. They've forced the Raiders rather have forced a couple turnovers on them rushing. So now LaRude with it. Hanig back to LaRude into Holverson. Ball's a little high. Not tipped, so it'll go back to the Broncos. So another turnover there by the Raiders. As now the Broncos will take it. Shot clock is off with 30 seconds here to go in quarter number 1. Almost loses it. Ball's still in bounds. She was out of bounds. It'll go back to the Raiders. Ball was stripped from Sweet, and she was still sitting out of bounds when she touched it, so ball will go back to the Raiders. So back-to-back turnovers there by both teams. LaRue now gets a screen from Wetch. Wetch now with it. She looks back to LaRue. Ball is tipped out of bounds by, well, let's go. It'll stay with the Raiders. Trying to look in for Hanig there on the wing. Now inbounding it will be Jordan Ewing. 16-7, 1-point game. LaRue with it. 10 seconds, 8 seconds now on the clock. Three-pointer on the way from Wetch. That's up off the mark though. Rebounded by Odegaard. 1 second. Tui on the fast break. Can't get a shot up though. So it'll be a 1-point game here as we end quarter number 1. This is yourliveevent.com.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
So here we are back in Tower City, quarter number 2 about to be underway. Maple Valley's coach Nathan Hoots talked about a pregame. He said that they had to get Courtney Holverson going early, and they did just that. She has 12 of their 16 points. She only averages 16 points on the season, so she is well on pace to break that so far in this one. Pass will go out of bounds. Was tipped by a Raider, so will stay with the Broncos. So 12 of the 16 points belong to Holverson. They were down a couple points early. I believe their biggest deficit was 7. And now they're only down by 1. Odegaard gets a good look off the inbound pass, and she gets back in the scorer's column. First points here in the second quarter. She's up to 6 points now in this game. So Holverson running point. She gets it to LaRue. Looks to fire 3. Now a shot underway. That's off the mark from Ewing. Rebounded by Heckrell. Tui now looking to push. Gets to Odegaard in the corner. She looks in. Nothing there. Out to Sweet on the skip pass. Shots up off the mark though. Rebounded by LaRue. She sees a little pressure, but they back off now. So 3-point game here as LaRue has it. Gets a screen. 3-point shot. Just short from LaRue. Now a jump ball between both number 32s, Holverson and Gilbert. So ball will stay here with the Raiders. As Ewing will inbound this one. Trying to get it into Tiki. She ends up with it after a tip pass there. Rue goes in for a layup, but it's stripped. And Sweet gets it out to Tui while she was on the ground. As now they look to run. Odegaard in the corner. She looks in. Skip past the Sweet. She gets it into Heckrell. She'll return fire. Draws some contact, so back to the line for the Broncos. This will be the first free throw attempts here by Heckrell. So just one made free throw attempt on 8 shots so far for the Broncos. And that one's off the mark too. So they're looking to change luck here on this one. Second free throw coming up. Heckrell, the freshman. That free throw's off the mark too. Gilbert, though, the rebound. Out to Sweet. She thinks about a 3. Gets to Odegaard in the corner. She'll fire from 3. That's off the mark, though. Almost banked in. Sweet comes down with the rebound. She shoots a mid-range shot. That one's short, too. Rebounded by Ewing. And now the Raiders look to bring it, or either tie or bring it within 1 here on this possession. Wetch drives, throws up a wild shot, but draws some contact. She'll go to the line for 2. So that'll be the first Raider not named Holverson to go to the line. So on the season for the Raiders, they shoot at a 51% clip from the line. They are 2 for 3 tonight. All those coming from Holverson. First free throw is good for Wetch. That is her 3rd point so far in this one. The second free throw for Wetch is up, and that one's good too. So 4 for 5 from the free throw line for the Raiders, while the Broncos are shooting a mere 1 of 10. Sweet from the 3-point line. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Heckrell. She gets it out to Tui. She'll fire from 3. That one's off the mark. Tui looking to track it down. She can't quite get there as Wedge comes up with it. 6:06 here to go in quarter number 2. 1-point ball game. Good move there by Wedge. She looks to shoot mid-range. Gets it to Holverson now instead. In the corner now is Ewing. She fires from 3. That one's just a little too long. Rebounded by Holverson. Gilbert falls down. That's off the mark, though. Tracked down by Sweet. Gilbert fell down on the rebound attempt, so Holverson had a good look, but just shot a little bit too long. So Sweet now, 2 defenders on her. Tui. Odegaard in the corner. Back to Sweet on a skip pass. 3-pointer shot underway. That's good. That is Asha Sweet's second 3-pointer of the game. She's up to 7 now in this one. The lead grows to 4 for the Broncos. Holverson makes a move, drives, sees some contact, no whistle. Whistle now, ball's going out of bounds. It'll belong to the Broncos. Checking back into the game is Iris Richmond. So now no press here from the Raiders as they look to settle into a 3-2 zone. Skip pass to Sweet. She looks to drive middle. Nice pass into Gilbert, but it's tipped by Holverson. And it'll stay with the Broncos, though. Had a right idea there by Sweet. Thought she had Gilbert wide open, but Holverson was there to poke it away. Tui now will inbound it for the Broncos. Gets it into Heckrell. Some contact, no whistle. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Broncos. Still 20 seconds left on the shot clock here. 4-point lead for the Broncos. Holverson has not scored yet in this quarter, but has 12 points already in this one. Nice move by Odegaard, and that one's good. Splits 2 defenders on the step through and gets the nice right-handed layup to go. Wetch with the behind the back dribble. Screen from Richmond. LaRue now into Holverson, but tipped. Tui comes away with it. Ball is tipped by Gilbert. As now Sweet looks to settle things down a little bit. So into that 3-2 zone once again are the Raiders. 3 from Odegaard. That one's too long. Rebounded by Wetch, and we're going to get a foul. I'm not sure if that's going against Sweet or Gilbert. Foul will go against Sweet. That'll be her second of the game. So ball belongs to the Raiders. Wetch will bring it up for Maple Valley here. So a low-scoring game here for the most part. A nice move by Wetch. Gets Odegaard slipping. Wojciechowski, a deep 2-point shot. Gets that one to go. Her first points of the ball game. So 3-2 zone once again. Seeming to work so far as they get a steal by Holverson. One-on-one fast break. Holverson versus Tui. Tui wins that one. Gets the steal and gets it up to Gilbert now. She has a layup opportunity. That one's off the mark, too strong. Some good hustle defense there by Tiki. But the Broncos come up with the rebound. So Rinky now with it. Tui top of the key. Odegaard down the corner. She'll fire from 3. That one's too long. Rebound almost gathered by Heckrell. Ball's tipped. Hit off Rinky's knee and will go back to the Raiders. So the Broncos rebounding pretty well on the offensive side out of the 3-2 zone. We're going to get a timeout from Maple Valley. We're going to step aside here. This is yourliveevent.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
So the 8-3 Lisbon Broncos are seeing a good fight out of the 4-6 Maple Valley Raiders. It's a 4-point game right now. Courtney Holverson leads all scorers so far with 12 points, all 12 coming in that first quarter. Kendra Odegaard leads the Broncos with 8 points so far. She has 4 in each quarter. 3:33 here to go in quarter number 2. Wetch with it. Richmond will fire from 3. That's an air ball, too short. A good offensive play there, just no execution on that one. A good wide open look there by Richmond, just left it a little too short. Tui now will bring it up. Back into that 3-2 zone are the Raiders. Tui looking in, nothing there. Ball stolen by Holverson. She looks to push, gets it now to Wojciechowski. She'll shoot the floater. That's off the mark. Odegaard comes down with the rebound. She's looking to push in transition. She doesn't have numbers, but goes through anyways. We're going to get contact and a shooting foul. Coach Hoots looking for a block, or for a charge rather, but the refs are going to call a foul on Tiki, her second. And Odegaard, leading scorer so far for the Broncos tonight, will go to the line. First free throw from her is good. Her second free throw, or second trip to the free throw line rather. She is now 1 for 3 from the line. Cheyenne Waletzko checking back into the game for Heckrell. And checking back into the game for the Raiders is number 12, Hennig, for Tiki. Tiki in a little bit of foul trouble with 2 fouls right now. Just looking to save her. Second free throw's off the mark, but Gilbert comes down with the rebound. She turns and fires, but that's off the mark. Rebounded by Holverson, and then she threw it off a Bronco, so we'll stay with the Raiders rather. So Wetch will bring it up. Wetch now gets it to Wojciechowski. She'll fire mid-range. That one's off the mark, no good. Waletsky gets the rebound. Tui looks to push. Doesn't have numbers, she'll slow it up. Odegaard now with it. Into the corner is Rinky. Gilbert now with it. She'll body her way in. Shots off the mark, no good. Odegaard with the floater. That one's good. Some good hustle rebounding there by Odegaard. Exposed the middle of that 3-2 zone. Rebounding well out of it so far have been the Broncos. And an easy 2 points there for Odegaard. Drive now by Wojciechowski. She's going to draw some contact. I believe that foul will go against Olivia Tui. No, that will go against Kendra Odegaard. That is her first foul. So Odegaard now has 11 points in the game, so just 1 point behind Holverson for the Raiders. Holverson now with it. She looks to back down. Let's go. She throws a wild shot. Almost gets to go, but she'll go to the line for 2. So potential for her first 2 points, or first points anyways, of the second quarter. rather long breath there on the free throw. As now she settles in for that first shot. Shot is up, and that's good. So the Raiders have only missed one shot from the free throw line so far. Only shot 6 shots so far, so 5 of 6 so far in this one. 2:11 here to go, 6-point game. Broncos lead this one. Long breath once again, settling in for the free throw. This one is up, and that one is just short. Rebounded by Odegaard. Almost getting the rebound was Hanig for the Raiders. Tui now. The Raiders still in that 3-2 zone. Waletzko turns, fires, but blocked by Hanig. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It will belong to the Raiders. Waletzko is a 5'11" player. Turned and found the 6-foot freshman, or excuse me, the 6-foot 8th grader. And she just had the longer arms and got the block on that one. Holverson off the mark, rebounded by Odegaard. Tui now will slow it up. And let the Raiders settle into that zone defense. Ball is mishandled by Waletzko. Ball's going to go out of bounds, though, and it will stay with the Broncos. Could have been a rather easy steal, but mishandled both by Gilbert and I believe that was LaRue who mishandled that for the Raiders. Odegaard now, mid-range, gets it to go again. She has scored at least 6 points from that range right there. Odegaard only averages 9.3 points on the night, or on the season rather, but she's up to 13 on the night. Holverson now looking to add to her total. Hanig will shoot. She draws some contact from Waletzko, and she'll go to the line for 2. Hanig looking to get into the scorer's column for the first time. She'll go to the line for her first trip. Foul did go against Waletzko. That is her first. First free throw was good for Hanig. So that is her first points of the night. 1:18 here to go in quarter number 2. Second free throw, high arcing shot is good as well. So a little bit of a story of the game here. Free throws have been dropping for the Raiders, and on the other side for the Broncos, they have had some shooting woes from there. Waletzko sees 3 defenders on her. Odegaard now has it. Rinke now mid-range, she'll fire. That one rims in and out. No good. So just under a minute now. Maybe a jump ball, but a steal from Odegaard. She turns, and she's going to get fouled, and she'll go back to the line. So Odegaard having herself a good night so far. Gets the steal and the foul. I believe Coach Hoots was looking for a jump ball on that one as you see him talking to the ref. Didn't get it though, as the result is Odegaard will be shooting a 1-and-1 actually. First free throw is good. And a rather big cheer from the Lisbon bench there as they finally get a free throw, their second free throw to go, or excuse me, their third free throw to go. Second free throw here by Odegaard. That one is off the mark. But another rebound off free throws. Odegaard gets it. Well, let's go now. That one's off the mark too. Heckrell almost the rebound. Holverson comes away with it. So now the Raiders will slow it up here on offense. Wetch now thinks about shooting a mid-range. Hanig now a three-pointer. That's off the mark though. And then a ball is tipped. It'll stay with the Raiders. Odegaard doesn't agree with that one, but the refs say it was off her. 23-30 is your score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Turning and shooting is number 12, Hanig. Rims around and out, no good. So shot clock is off here now for the Broncos. 22 seconds here. Heckrell turns, sees some contact. A nice pass over to Rinke. She gets that to go too. Heckrell is falling and somehow gets to Ella Rinke, and she shoots from mid-range and gets it to go. Lead is extended now to 9. 7 seconds here to go. Stolen by the Broncos. They got to get going if they want to get a shot up here. Tui will fire from deep. That shot is left too short. But a good little possession there by the Broncos to get it up to a 9-point game. So here at halftime, we will step aside, come back with some stats and recap. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Oh, you gotta talk about that
the innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Life. It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric, powering life.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Welcome back to Tower City, North Dakota. The story of the game in the first quarter was all Courtney Holverson. She had 12 of the 16 points for the Raiders as they found themselves down 7 points early, but she fought them right back into the game. And then on the other side of it, it's all been Kendra Odegaard. She only averages 9.3 points on the season, but she has 14 already in the first half. And but also another thing to note is the Broncos have missed 11 free throw attempts. So if you put that into effect, if they made all 11, they'd be leading this one by 20 points. But they find themselves up 9 points in this one. So we're going to run through some numbers here for you. So as I said, leading the way in scoring for the Broncos is Kendra Odegaard with 14 points. Asha Sweet back in the lineup has hit 2 3-pointers and is up to 7 points in the ball game. Olivia Tui has 5, and Cheyenne Waletsko, Taylor Gilbert, and Ella Rinke all with 2 points apiece for 32 points in the first half. As for the Maple Valley Raiders, leading the way was Courtney Holverson with 14 points, only 2 points there in that second quarter. And then Chloe Wetch with 4, and then Emma Ticky and Michelle Wojciechowski both with 2, and then Addison Hanig with 1 point coming via the free throw. So 11 missed free throws, 3 of 14 shooting from the free throw line were the Lisbon Broncos there in that first half. They made 3 3-pointers, 2 of them coming from Asha Sweet, the other one coming from Olivia Tui. Those were their first 3 points was that Olivia Tui 3-pointer. And for the Maple Valley Raiders, they are shooting it well for their free throw line, shooting 7 of 9 from the free throw line. They have not hit a 3-pointer. I believe they've only attempted 1 or 2 so far in this one. So Maple Valley, they average 22.8 turnovers per game. I'm not sure as to what the exact number is on their turnovers, but I know they had a lot to begin the game. And then that second quarter was not a good one for them as the Broncos extended their lead. They were up 17-16 after one. They outscored the Raiders 15-7 there in that second quarter. We're going to step aside here. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Life. It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric, powering life.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to Tower City. So 1 and 3 are the Maple Valley Raiders in Region 1, this one being a Region 1 matchup. Their lone win coming against Enderlin. The Broncos are 4 and 2. They also beat Enderlin as well. They beat them with a score of 73-31, whereas the Raiders beat Enderlin 47-36. So this one could be a runaway game if it weren't for the missed free throws for the Broncos, but they find themselves only up 9. If they turn around their free throw luck, I think they could really turn this one around and extend this lead to a rather large one. And that's something that the Broncos kind of need. They are missing a post presence in Ellie Rieger, but Taylor Gilbert has really stepped up in this one. She has gotten a bunch of rebounds. She averages 8.5 rebounds per game. She has gotten a couple offensive rebounds on free throw attempts, off the missed free throw attempts for the Broncos. So a little bit of a blessing in disguise. They're missing their free throws, but they're getting the rebounds and getting an extra possession off of that. Also for the Broncos, Cheyenne Waletzko and Kyra Heckrell are also getting some offensive rebounds off those missed free throws. So the Lisbon Broncos have gotten plenty of opportunities here for second chance buckets. So looking like second half action about to start here in a little bit. As we are now underway, second half possession will belong to the Broncos. Odegaard now on the wing looking inside. She's guarded tightly. Sweet now in the corner, sees two defenders. Odegaard, top of the wing. Now Tui. Sweet now in the corner. She'll turn fire from three. That one's short though, rebounded by Wetch. As now she sees an extra defender. Holverson gets it back to Wetch now. Holverson with 12 points in the game, or excuse me, 14 points so far in the game. Wetch shot no good. Rebounded by Odegaard. Odegaard has 14 points in this one, so tied with Holverson for the game's leader in points. Skip pass now over to Tui. She'll shoot from three. That one's a little bit too short. Rebound almost gathered by Gilbert, but growled now by Sweet. Odegaard, she'll fire from three. That one's short, and that one will find its way out of bounds. Ball will go to the Raiders. True three-pointers off the mark there. Like I said, some offensive rebounds going in the way of the Lisbon Broncos. They've gotten plenty of second chance opportunities and have capitalized on a handful of them. Holverson now splits two defenders, gets the layup to go. So she scores the first 2 points now of the second half. So she's up to 16 now in the game. Cuts it to a 7-point lead. Skip pass, Sweet will fire from three. Shot does not count. Missed anyways. We're going to get a foul call, offensive foul call on Cheyenne Let's-Go. That'll be her second of the game. So ball will go back to the Raiders. So only 2 points scored here so far. A nice move by Wetch. She likes that behind the back move. Shot is off the mark though. Rebounded by Gilbert now. So only 2 points here as we are now reaching the 2-minute mark in quarter number 3. Those 2 points were scored by Courtney Holverson. Leave it to Tui now. She looks to drive. Mishandles the ball. She sees two defenders now. Picks up the dribble, goes. And then stripped once again, and now Wedge comes with it. Stolen now by Sweet. Bodies hit the floor. Gilbert now gets it into Let's Go. Mishandled. Ball's back on the floor once again. Stolen by Let's Go. Sweet will fire from three, and that one's off the mark. So the ball is going all over the place as now the Raiders find themselves on a fast break and then blocked by Odegaard, but a foul is called as Wedge will go to the line. The foul will go against Taylor Gilbert. That is her third foul of the game. So Gilbert now in foul trouble. Only has 2 fouls left in this one. First free throw from Wedge is good. She's 3 of 3 from the line. So Gilbert will sit now with those 3 fouls. Into the game was Heckrell. Second free throw also good, so 4 of 4 from the line as Chloe Wedge is now up to 6 points. Sweet now with it, looks to push. Now brings it back out. Mishandles it, goes off her knee, and it goes out of bounds. So all points so far have gone to the Raiders here in the second half. 2 by Wedge and 2 by Holverson. As we now have a 5-point ball game. 3-point shot. That one's good from LaRude. Her first 3 points of the game. And now we are down to 2-point game here. And then a foul now is called by the Raiders. Not sure who they're going to call this one on. It will go against Richmond. That'll be her second. So ball will stay with the Broncos. Broncos looking for their first points of the second half here. Tui now in the corner. Gets it to Sweet. Over to Odegaard. She'll shoot. That one off the mark. Rebounded by Heckrell. She's getting it out. Stolen by Richmond. She has a fast break 1-on-1 against Sweet. She's going to slow it down though. Ball's tipped. But Raiders stick with it. Wedge now will bring it to the top and reset up the offense. Now she'll go to the right side. Richmond will fire from 3. That one's off the mark, no good. A good rebound there by the freshman Heckrell. Sweet now looking to push, but now she'll slow it up. She had Odegaard in the corner, but chooses to get it to Tui. Ball's tipped, goes out of bounds. It'll go to the Raiders as Let's Go got a hand on it there. So a 32-30 ball game on the scoreboard here. Mobility plus rehabilitation scoreboard. As now Welch will bring it up. 4:31 here to go. The offense gets set up. Holverson will drive, spins, throws up a shot. That one's too short. Ball will go through Odegaard's legs. It's going to go out of bounds, but it will go to the Broncos. Last touch by a Raider. So Broncos yet to score here in quarter number 3 as they find their 9-point lead down to a 2-point lead. As now Odegaard now in the corner. Gets it to Tui. She'll fire from 3. That's just left too short. Odegaard tracking down the rebound now. So another offensive rebound for the Broncos. Tui will shoot mid-range. Off the mark, no good. Rebound is finally corralled by Tiki. As now LaRude will bring it up. Wetch now brings it over. Holverson with it. She gets it to Richmond. Richmond looking in, nothing there. Holverson now, she'll shoot mid-range. That's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Tiki. She'll shoot, goes up, and it's good. We have a tie ball game here in Tower City. Emma Tiki, and we're going to get a timeout here called by the Broncos. Coach Sweet not happy about that start here in quarter number 3. We'll step aside. This is yourliveevent.com.
Life. It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric, powering life.
So a 9-0 run to start the second half for the Raiders. Coach Sweet had to take a timeout to settle down the Lisbon Broncos here as they'll look to score here for the first time. Ball's tipped and stay with the Broncos. So they were up. The Broncos were up by 9, 32-23 at the half, and now it is tied up at 32 apiece. Odegaard now looking inside, finds Kaya Sweet in the corner. Now she skips it to Tui. She looks in, nothing there. She shoots mid-range. That one's left short, so still scoreless here in quarter number 3. Some trap defense there, stolen by Odegaard. She looks to push now in transition. Ball is almost stolen, and then we're going to get some contact. We're going to get a jump ball. So ball will go back to the Raiders. Good defensive steal there by the Broncos, but couldn't capitalize on the 3-on-2 fast break. So back to that full court press are the Broncos. They fell off of that there late in the second half, or excuse me, late in the first half. Wide open was Hannig, but Tiki did not see her. But the Raiders will still have the ball as now they slow it up here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They get it into Holverson. She shoots, gets it to go, and one. So the Raiders take back the lead. Courtney Holverson with her 4th point of the second half. She is now up to 18 points, looking to make it 19. There is that long breath again on the free throw. That shot is up, and that is off the mark. Their second miss from the free throw line. So a 2-point ball game now. The Raiders leading. If I'm not mistaken, it is their first lead. It might be their first lead of the game, or they were leading 2-0 to start the ball game. Some good defense being played by the Raiders. They are playing tight. They're playing very physical defense. Ball now to Odegaard. Still held scoreless are the Broncos in quarter number 3. It looks like they are looking to get it more inside as their three-point shots have not been falling so far. Heckrell goes up. She draws the foul. Doesn't get it to go. She'll go back to the line for her second trip there. She's 0 for 2 from the line so far. So looking to get the first points of the second half for the Broncos is Heckrell. A rather quiet gym here. Everybody's waiting on the free throw. Free throw is up, and that one's good. So first points of the second half for the Broncos as they trim the lead back down to 1. Heckrell, the freshman, with their second free throw coming up. That one's off the mark, no good. So the Raiders will hold on to the lead, that 1-point lead. Almost a turnover. We're going to get a push. So not out of bounds. We're going to get a push from number 22, Clarissa Hoffer, checking in for the first time in the game for the Broncos. Hennig stepped on the line, but they called it a push instead. So Wetch now will bring it up. 2 minutes here to go in quarter number 3. Screen from Holverson. Wetch tries to get it back to her. She does. Wojciechowski now looks inside to Holverson. Holverson turns, shoots, no good. And then we're going to get a jump ball. As Clarissa Hoffer and Hennig both had hands on it, it'll go back to the Broncos. The Broncos scored their first points on their last trip, but they have not made a field goal yet in the second half. We're almost 6 minutes in as Kaya Sweet shoots a three-pointer. That one's off the mark, no good, just a little too long. Hanning is wide open on the other end. They don't see her, though. Kaya Sweet tips it and comes away with a steal. Some good hustle play by Kaya Sweet. So Odegaard looking inside, turning and shooting is Clarissa Hoffer, and it rims all the way around and just falls out. Clarissa Hoffer, the freshman, gets the steal. Odegaard gets it back to Tui, and they'll slow up the offense. Over to Kaya Sweet. Heckrell now with it. Passes tipped by Holverson, and come up away with it was a Wetch. Looking inside to Hennig. Blocked by Odegaard. A nice block on the jump shot of Hennig. Oh, we're going to get a foul, actually. Looked like a clean block, but 2 fouls will be coming from Hennig. Foul will go against Odegaard, her second. So shooting 2 now is Addison Hennig, the 8th grader. First free throw is off the mark, no good. She is 1 of 3 now from the line. Went 1 of 2 on her first trip. She has 1 point on the night, looking to make it 2. That second shot is left too short. Ball is still loose. I think it's off the head of Hennig. And it will go to the Broncos. So 0 for 2 there on the trip for Addison Hennig. She is 1 of 4 now from the free throw line. Under a minute now here in quarter number 3. Broncos still have not hit a field goal. Ball is tipped. It'll stay with the Broncos. Trying to dribble, and then ball was tipped by Wetch. Odegaard inbounding it now, gets it to Tui. He looks to drive. Got a little hook there, a little body action by, I believe that will be going against LaRude. That will go against her. That'll be her first. So that was on the floor, so no shots for Tui. She'll inbound though, 45 seconds here to go. Broncos find themselves down 1. Odegaard will shoot a deep 2. That one almost rolls in, but it doesn't. And then we're going to get a foul on the rebound. That foul going against number 22, Clarissa Hoffer, her second. Holverson with it. Ball's almost stolen, but recovered now by the Raiders. And then we're going to get a timeout as he was worried of that 10-second call. We're going to step aside here, yourliveevent.com.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodec Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
So the Raiders have outscored the Broncos 11-1 here in quarter number 3. They find themselves up by 1 so far, or right now, with just 30 seconds here to go in quarter number 3. About a 5-second difference between shot and game clock, and a near steal, but I believe a foul will go against Hanig as she was trying to get the loose ball. It will go against Hanig, her first of the game. So shot clock is off as there's only 23 seconds left. Broncos looking for the last shot in this possession. A little bit of a weak full court press from the Raiders. Odegaard will shoot the floater. That's good. First field goal of quarter number 3 belongs to who else but Kendra Odegaard, her 16th point of the night. Hanning now with the fast break. She shoots a layup, rims all the way around and no good. Shot is up by Wojciechowski. She gets it to go right before the quarter ends. So the Broncos retook the lead just for the Raiders to take it right back. We'll step aside as we return with quarter 4 action. This is yourliveevent.com.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
Welcome back to Tower City. Fourth quarter getting underway here. The story of quarter number 3 was only one field goal from the Broncos as the Raiders outscored them 13-3 in that quarter to take a 1-point lead. A nice block shot there by the Broncos as Tui will bring it up now. A little bit of trap D, a good D there from Wetch. Gets it to Sweet now. A high 2-3 zone here from the Raiders. A near tip pass from Hanig. Gets it into Heckrell now. She throws it up and it's good. Maybe a little bit of contact, but gets it to go anyways. As the Broncos have just as many field goals as they did in quarter number 3 already. So they recapture the lead now by 1. 3-point shot is off the mark, no good from LaRude. Tui now comes up with it. She'll look to bring it up. She splits some defenders. Sweet thinking about a mid-range shot. Heckrell now top of the key. Shot no good. Rebounded by Wojciechowski. She gets it to LaRude. Looking to push in transition, but tracked down there by Odegaard instead. We're going to get a blocking call against Wetch. Trying to cut Odegaard off on the corner there. That'll be Wetch's second foul of the game. Odegaard just looking to drive that sideline, but Wetch got there a little too late. Couldn't quite get the charge call. So the Broncos recapture the lead at 1. Pass mishandled by Sweet as it goes out of bounds. Ball will go back to the Raiders. So the Raiders now with the opportunity to retake the lead. A little bit of back and forth action here at the end of the fourth quarter and early here in quarter number 4. Wetch now fires a 3. That one's left a little too short. Rebound by Holverson. She rebounds with one hand, goes up and fouled. She'll go back to the line once again. Holverson up to 18 points here in this game. She has shot 6 free throws so far. This will be her 7th and 8th. She is 5 4 rather, of 6. Make that 5 of 7 from the line. Up to 19 points now is Holverson. Checking in the game is Emma Ticky for Wojciechowski. So second free throw coming here for Holverson. 19 points in this one so far. Tie ball game 37-37. Second free throw is up. That one's off the mark, no good. So we stay tied at 37 apiece. Tui will bring it up. She gets it over to Odegaard. A high 2-3 zone. She tries to walk through it, but nothing there. And we're going to get another jump ball. Ball will stay with the Broncos here on this one. And Tui will inbound it for the Broncos here. 6:23 here to go. 37-37 is the score. The high 2-3 zone is what the Raiders are in right now defensively. Ball is tipped and it'll stay with the Broncos. Coach Sweet telling Gilbert to make herself a little more, or be more present there in the post, make herself a little bit bigger. As she was just kind of waiting for that pass rather than trying to get the pass. Sweet will fire from 3. That's good. The first 3-pointer of the second half is good from Asha Sweet. She is now up to 10 in this one. So breaking double digits is Asha Sweet. And now another jump ball as it'll stay with the Raiders here. So only the second 3-pointer of the second half. The other one belonged to the Raiders. And that is the fourth 3-pointer of this one. The third one for Asha Sweet. Holverson now with it. She looks left side. Ball is tipped by Gilbert, but tracked down by Wetch. Tui guarding her. Now Odegaard on Holverson. Holverson looks to drive. She turns. Hanning thinks about 3, but she traveled. Tried going a little too quickly there. Thought she saw something and took a step before she dribbled. So a turnover there as the Broncos look to push their lead up by more. 3-point lead so far as the near turnover, ball will belong to the Broncos. A little bit of a risky pass there by Tui, but will stay in the hands of the Broncos. Tui now skipping it to Odegaard. She'll fire a deep 2. That's off the mark, no good. Good tip by Heckrell to keep it alive, but it'll go out of bounds and go to the Raiders. So good tip by Heckrell to keep it alive. Just unfortunately, there wasn't another Bronco over there. So 5:28 here to go in the game. 3-point lead for the Broncos. A rough third quarter allowed the Raiders to get back into this one as a 3-point shot is off the mark by Wetch. So the Broncos now, and Tui will bring it up. And we're going to get a quick timeout here from Sweet. A full timeout, so we'll step aside. This is yourliveevent.com.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We are back in Tower City. So the Broncos recapture their lead. It sits at 3 right now. A slow third quarter for them as they allowed a 9-0 run for the Raiders to start that third quarter. And they were outscored 13-3 in that quarter. Only made 1 field goal and then 1 free throw from Kyra Heckrell. As now the Broncos have the ball, they'll look to push that lead up a couple more. As once again we revisit that free throw struggle by the Broncos. They are now shooting 4 of 16 rather from the free throw line. So 12 missed free throws. If they make all 12 of those, they are sitting up by a nice lead of 15. So now Sweet will bring it up. Tui now sees a trap from the Raiders. Sweet loses her dribble. Another trap. Ball's tipped by Wetch. Nice tip from Heckrell to steal it back. A Euro step from Odegaard, and she'll go to the line for 2. Nice move by Odegaard as she'll find her way to the free throw line. So back again to the free throw line are the Broncos. This will be the 4th trip for Odegaard. First free throw is off the mark. Checking into the ball game is Iris Richmond for the Raiders, in for Emma Ticky. So still a 3-point lead for the Broncos, looking to make it 4 here on this free throw. Odegaard's free throw is up and no good. Almost finds its way in, but another offensive rebound on the free throw by Heckrell. Unfortunately, she's going to fall down and get the travel called against her. Could have been a jump ball called. The travel will be the call. So we'll go back to the Raiders now. Just under 5 minutes here in this one. Still a 3-point game as we've hit a little bit of a lull here on the scoring. Richmond will fire a deep 2. That's off the mark, no good. Gilbert now over to Tui. Heckrell was open for a second, but a little bit of a risky pass, so Tui chose not to get there. Heckrell now with it. She goes up and gets it to go. 4 of the 7 points here in the quarter belong to the freshman Kyra Heckrell. As now they lead by 5 points to the Broncos. Hoverson now gets to LaRude. Ball's tipped by Sweet and stolen by Odegaard. As they'll slow it up and waste a little clock now. And then a errant pass, miscommunication between Sweet and Tui. Stolen by LaRude. She looks to push. Gets it out to Hoverson, over to Ewing. And now Wedge fires mid-range. That's off the mark, no good. Gilbert gets the rebound. Gets it to Tui now. And they'll bring it up. 3:46 here to go. Foul's called. Foul against Richmond. That'll be her 3rd. And we will be in the bonus, a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Olivia Tui. She has 5 points in the ballgame, has not scored yet in the second half. So the 1-and-1 front end is good. So she will get one more. So lead is now up to 6, looking to make it 7 on the second free throw here. Tui averages 13 points a game. She is now up to 7. As she goes 2 for 2 from the line on that one. So maybe some free throw luck will now go the way of Lisbon as they get 2 of 2 on that one. LaRude now with it, gets to Wetch. She gets it into Ewing. She'll get it out to LaRude, fires a 3, that's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Tui. Tui looks to push, doesn't see anything, so she'll just bring it up slowly. Odegaard now, she'll throw up the floater, no good. Rebound by Gilbert, she'll put it up, off the mark, no good too. Sweet comes away with it. And now they'll look to slow it up here. He's going to get a fresh 35 on the shot clock. Odegaard, she'll fire a 3. That's off the mark, no good. And then 2 Raiders fight over the rebound, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Broncos. 3:05 here to go. The lead is up now to 7 for the Broncos. Odegaard clapping for it. She gets it blocked by Holverson. Rebounded back by Odegaard, and then another jump ball as Heckrell hits the floor. This one will stay with the Broncos. So just under 3 minutes. Lead still sits at 7. The Raiders have only scored 1 point here in quarter number 4. Sweet now wide open, but doesn't choose to shoot. Gets it over to Odegaard. They're looking to waste some clock. Gilbert now in the lane. Odegaard looks at the clock. Tui now. She'll shoot mid-range. That's good. A nice looking shot there from Olivia Tui. She's up to 9 points now as we're going to get a timeout from Maple Valley. We'll step aside here, yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
So back to Tower City, North Dakota. The Broncos have led or have outscored the Raiders 11-1 here in quarter number 4 as they find themselves up 9 now. So ball will be inbounded to Wetch here. The Raiders held a 1-point lead going into the fourth quarter, but have only managed to score 1 point here, similar to what the Broncos did in quarter number 3. Just kind of a flip of the script there. Foul will be called as Wetch will find her way to the line. Foul going against Heckrell. Her second. So Wetch will go to the line for her third trip. That first free throw is off the mark, no good. Wetch has 6 points so far in this one. Checking into the game is Emma Ticky for Jordan Ewing for the Raiders. 2:21 here to go. That second free throw is off the mark as well. So 0 of 2 on that trip. Tui had sweep, but saw the defender and just chose to go away from her. Gilbert now looking inside to Heckrell. A nice catch. Goes up and one. Kyra Heckrell having herself a great fourth quarter. Up to 6 points now in this quarter. 7 in the game. Just a freshman, Kyra Heckrell, having a good game off the bench. So a substitution here as Emma Ticky fouls out. That was her 5th foul. So checking in for her was Addison Hennig as Kyra Heckrell will look to complete the 3-point opportunity. Free throw from her is off the mark, no good. But nonetheless, it is an 11-point game. Some contact, body hitting the floor was Wetch. Raiders will bring it up. Richmond looks to drive. Floater is off the mark, no good. Heckrell with a nice rebound. We're going to get a jump ball once again. We have had a lot of jump balls here in this one. So just under 2 minutes. Score 48-37. Broncos lead this one on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. 3-pointer from Wetch almost banks in. Rebound by Hennig. She goes up, and that's good. So the 8th grader gets her first field goal of the game, up to 3 points now. And then a travel from Odegaard. So potentially the Raiders have trimmed it back to a single-digit lead and hoping to trim it now to 7 or even 6 now on this possession. Wetch now in the corner. She gets it back out to Hoverson. Hoverson goes up with the floater, draws some contact. A charge is called against Hoverson. Heckrell once again having herself a great night. Just a freshman, but future looking bright from Kyra Heckrell. And that is Hoverson's 2nd foul. We are going to get a timeout, a full timeout here from Maple Valley. So we'll step aside. YourLiveEvent.com.
Oh, you gotta talk about the
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back into Tower City, North Dakota. Broncos have the ball, 1:36 A 9-point ball game here. Broncos leading this one. Full court defense here. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Holverson. Will go back to the Broncos. So bringing some pressure now on the full court press. A little 1-2-1-1 action. As Odegaard will inbound, she gets all the way over to Heckrell. Sees a trap, a nice step through move, and then a foul is called. So Heckrell will go to the line as the foul goes against Kiana LaRude. That'll be her second of the game. So Heckrell back to the line once again. The freshman's first free throw is up, and that one rims around and goes in. So we are in the double bonus now, so she will shoot two no matter, would have gotten that second shot no matter what. Second free throw coming up here. That one's up, and that one's good too. So 2 of 2 from the line for Heckrell. She is now up to 9 points in this one. Only averages 2.3 points per game on the season. And then a foul is called on the other end as Holverson will go to the line for 2. Foul is against Odegaard for the Broncos. That'll be her 4th. So Odegaard in a little bit of foul trouble with 1:21 here. We'll have to be careful for that last 80 seconds of the game. 81 seconds of the game. Free throw is up, and that's good for Holverson. She is up to 20 points now in this one. Holverson, the freshman, or excuse me, the senior. Her second free throw is off the mark, no good. So Tui now will get it up to Sweet. A rather aggressive foul there by Hennig. Sweet will go to the line for 2. That is Hennig's second foul of the game. So first free throw up and good for Sweet. She's up to 11 now in this one. Up to an 11-point lead for the Broncos. Make it 12. 12-point lead and 12 points for Asha Sweet in this one. Wedge, a nice drive off the mark, no good. Heckrell with the rebound. And then a foul, or a jump ball is going to be called rather. So it'll stay with the Raiders here. They look to get it back down to 10 or back even to 9, hopefully, on this possession here for them. Ball is almost, if Tui would have turned around, she could have gotten an easy steal on that one. LaRude will shoot the 3. That one's up, no good. Holverson comes down with it. She goes up and one. Shot is good and 1. So Holverson back to the line once more. So back to a 10-point game, looking to trim it to single digits. That is number 5 on Odegaard, so she will sit the remainder of 56 seconds of this one. Good game from Odegaard as she had 16 in this one. Ella Rinke checking in for her. So settling in for the free throw is Holverson. 10-point lead, looking to make it 9. She cannot do that though. So it'll stay at 10. Ball is tipped out of bounds. It will stay with the Raiders. 54.5 seconds here to go. A little bit of confusion there on who's going to inbound it, as Holverson will do that duty. Gets it into Hennig. Ball is tipped by Gilbert. Ball is tipped by Tui now. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Raiders. So some tight defense there by the Broncos. Slowing down a shot attempt by the Raiders. They're looking to push real quickly, get a shot up. A floater from LaRude off the mark. Rebounded by Gilbert. She'll get fouled. Not sure if that foul will go against Holverson or Hennig. It will go against Holverson, her 3rd. So Gilbert will go to the line for the 2nd time tonight. She's 0 of 2 from the line so far. 10-point lead for the Broncos. That one is off as well. So the 6-foot junior Taylor Gilbert averages 4.7 points. She is sitting at 4 right now. That free throw will keep her at 4. Another rebound by Heckrell, and she gets it out to Gilbert. And then the ball is on the floor. Some bodies hit the floor. And we are going to get yet another jump ball. It'll stay with the Broncos, though. 36.3 seconds. You have to imagine the Raiders are going to foul pretty quickly here once again. Sweet will inbound. She gets it into Tui. And then a foul right away there by Richmond. That'll be her 4th of the night. Tui now to the line. She is 2 of 2 from the free throw line here tonight. First free throw is up, and that one's good as well. So the lone Bronco that is perfect from the line so far in this one. And that one will keep her perfect as she is 4 of 4 on the night. She is up to 11 in this one. Ball goes out of bounds. She stepped on the line, did Hanig. So we'll go back to the back to the Broncos rather. And Coach Hoots telling the defenders to back off. I think they're going to let the clock wind down on this one as the Broncos lead by 12, 54-42, 16 seconds left. Looking for a steal, but not looking to foul. Tui will just kind of dribble this one out. 10 seconds here to go. Sweet now with it. Gets it back to Tui. Just dribbling this one out as the Broncos will take this one with a score of 54-42. A well-fought battle between the Broncos and the Raiders. We will step aside for the recap and some stats here. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Life. It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric, powering life.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
So welcome back into Tower City. The Broncos end up holding on to this one. They had a little bit of scare there in quarter number 3. but it was kind of a game of runs as Broncos got out to a quick start, but then the Hoverson-led Raiders came right back, and it was a 17-6 ball game after one. And then it was the Broncos who had a great second quarter, outscoring the Raiders 15-7, led mostly by Kendra Odegaard, who had 14 in the first half. And then in that third quarter, it was all Maple Valley. They brought it back. They actually were leading after the third quarter, up by one. They outscored the Broncos 13-3 and had a 9-0 run to start that third quarter. But then in that fourth quarter, it was just the opposite. The Broncos led that one, they started off 13-3 in that quarter number 4, and then they just kept growing it from there as they ended up holding on to that lead. And free throws really were a factor. The Broncos struggled in that first quarter, which allowed the Raiders to be in that one even to begin with, as they shot 3 of 14 from the line in quarter number 1, or in half number 1 rather. They shot a much better free throw percentage as they went 6 of 9 in quarter number 2, or half number 2. As for the Raiders, they shot 7 of 9 from the free throw line, so a great percentage in that first half. And in the second half, they only shot 4 of 11 for a total of 11 of 20 from the free throw line. So free throws were the story, and Courtney Hoverson was dominant in that first half, but only allowed to a mere 8 points. Still not too bad, only 8 points in that second half with a total of 22. So some numbers for you. Leading the way for the Broncos in scoring was Kendra Odegaard with 16, only had 2 points in that second half. Then Asha Sweet returning from that foot injury with 12 points, followed by Olivia Tooley with 11. Then off the bench, a great game from the freshman Kyra Heckrell, 9 points and a bunch of offensive rebounds for her. And then rounding up the scoring was Cheyenne Wiletsko, Taylor Gilbert, and Ella Rinke, all with 2 points apiece. And then and then 4 3-pointers on the game for the Broncos, only 1 in that second half. 3 of them coming from Asha Sweet. And then, as I said, 6 of 9 from the free throw line for a total of 9 of 23 from the free throw line for the Broncos. So not a great free throw percentage, but they turned it around from that first half, a much better percentage in that second half. And as for the Raiders, leading the way in scoring was Courtney Hoverson with 22, had 14 in that first half and 8 in the second. And then next would be Chloe Wetch with 6, followed by Addison Henning off the bench with 4, and also Emma Ticky with 4. And then rounding up the scoring was Kiana LaRude with 3, and also Hennig with 3. And only 1 3-pointer of the half and in the game for the Raiders. They shot 4 of 11 from the free throw line and shot 11 of 20 in total. So the Raiders now fall to 4-7 overall and 1-4 in the region. The Lisbon Broncos now improve to 9-3, get back to their winning ways, and are up to 5-2 now in Region 1. Their next matchup will be on Saturday. We'll be there versus Valley City in Lisbon. That game will tip off at 2:30. Catch us for the pregame at around 2:15. As for the Maple Valley Raiders, their next game will be against Winmere Lidgerwood. That'll be coming next week on Tuesday. That tip-off will be at 7:30. So a great game there by the Broncos. They had a rough third quarter, turned it around in quarter number 4. It was 2 different players in each half. The first half was Kendra Odegaard, 14 points from her, and then in the second half, scoring all 9 of her points was Kyra Heckrell. The freshman had a great game there in that second half. Also, hats off to Courtney Holverson for a great game from her too, 22 points on the night. The Broncos really slowed her down in half number 2 rather. She wasn't much of a factor. She didn't get to the line as much in the second half as she did in that first half. We will wrap it up here. Thanks for watching YourLiveEvent.com, and a special thanks to Brady Siebels to my left, running camera and production. I'm Jacob Tenson. Thanks again for watching YourLiveEvent.com.